What's going on, guys? World War Z Game Hub here. I'm bringing you my World War Z review, brutally honest day one impressions. And guys, I thought about writing a script and trying to follow along, but I just want to give you everything that I can think of off the top of my head. Guys, this game so far has been a lot of fun. I was able to get a review copy of this game. No, this does not do anything with my thoughts about the game whatsoever, but this game has that total Left 4 Dead vibe. For any of you guys that are Left 4 Dead fans, you're gonna have your nostalgia met here, guys. It's a fast-paced, third-person, zombie horde killer. Classes, weapon upgrades, you name it, this game has it. You got AI, you have online, offline play, PvP, PvE, PvPvE. All these different modes you could think of, the game has it. What I do like about it is that it was developed by Saber Interactive. Not necessarily a AAA titled game, but they have been excellent. And the game is published by Focus Home Interactive, and they received a movie license, World War Z, the movie with Brad Pitt. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out. While the game itself is a lot of fun, the difficulties are where the game really shines, you guys. They have 5 or 6 total difficulties, and the last one being insane. I was able to try that game mode out a couple different times with my friends last night, and we died within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the mission. Absolutely insane, but worth every moment of playing the game last night. The AI is somewhat dumb, though. They will just follow you around like a lost puppy from what I've noticed. Also, one time we've noticed the AI would just follow the host around. So 3 of my buddies were playing, and we had a 4 AI. They just walked around and followed my buddy and not even us. And to keep in mind, if my buddy didn't have his silenced weapon out, the AI also didn't use their silenced weapon. So while my friend and I were up ahead, sneaking through the level, killing zombies one by one, the AI showed up out of nowhere and started using their heavy machine guns. It was kind of lame, but at the same time, hey, it happens, whatever. Game's best played with 4 buddies anyways. One thing I did notice, though, was the game really started to shine when I stopped playing solo with bots and I started playing with my friends. That really, really was awesome, you guys. Just being able to call out special zombies and covering certain areas as a team was a real treat. The best part that I saw that most people may not even know is that you can actually ping special zombies in the game, which is a great, fantastic feature. Once you ping the zombie, you can see their outline potentially through walls or out in the distance so that your friends can know and start shooting them right away. One thing that also was fantastic was loot. This game is like a looter shooter, you guys. You're playing the game, you're traversing through the level, and before you know it, you start finding areas that are either closed off by breaching charges that you have to use to blow up doors and get loot from behind them, similar to like the Division caches or things like that. But not only that, they had areas throughout the level where if you went off the beaten path and you started exploring, you would get rewarded and find little hidden caches where you could find a heavy weapon, which is like the variation of a stronger gun than your basic primary and secondary weapons. For example, like the grenade launchers, the MGL, your heavy automatic machine gun or shotguns. Things like that added so much versatility to the game, as well as character classes and weapon upgrades. The best part was there were 6 classes: hellraiser, gunslinger, medic, exterminator, fixer, and slashers, each with their own unique role, and none of them felt lackluster. I mean, their names were Slasher, which is your melee class, and then you got your medic, which is your typical medic, hellraiser, exterminator, you got your traps with your claymore, C4 explosives, tons and tons of variety to keep this game well alive past release day. One thing I did wish the game had, though, was a dodge roll mechanic. I don't know if you guys have played the game not, but there's a armored zombie type called the Bull, and that guy charges at you. But this isn't just any kind of type of charge that he runs in a straight line and all you gotta do is just sidestep him. No. This guy hunts you down. You think you can dodge him? Well, good luck, guys. This is where I think the dodge roll mechanic will come in handy, but then again, if that was the case, I feel like the Bull would just be irrelevant and make him pretty much pointless. A little tip and trick for you guys: the Bull is completely armored except for on the backside, so if you can get behind him, you'll kill him much faster, much easier. They also have nice tips and tricks with other special zombie types like the Screamer and the Reaper or the Creeper, the ones that you can hear them through the sound of the game that hide around corners, or the Screecher that's yelling at the top of its lungs, which sounds like coming from a megaphone, which is alerting other hordes and zombies throughout the game. When I'm playing this game, I didn't notice any impact in performance in PC I've ran some benchmarks. I'm running on a GTX 1070 on an i7 4770K, which is a Haswell chip made in 2013. The Horde technology is phenomenal. They created their own swarm engine, is what they call it, where they can have hundreds of zombies on the screen at a time. And they were not kidding. I was very skeptical at first, seeing all the teaser trailers back in the day saying there'd be so many. I figured we'd have a huge performance cut, or they were just going to be out in the distance, but this was not the case, guys. The very first mission I ever played was Tokyo, and when you entered into what was like an underground tunnel with a bus you have to take care of, hundreds and hundreds of zombies appeared constantly, guys. It was an amazing experience. Every playthrough the game, every time I played through the mission, it was different. The hidden loot caches were in different locations. The dynamic zombie spawns weren't the same. I had to fight different special zombie types, more or less depending on how well we were doing. There was a time where my buddies and I were trapped into a small, like, 4x4 room with 2 bulls and 1 reaper. Absolutely crazy, guys. Insane. One thing I do like about the game is the weapon upgrades. That's going to bring a lot of people to progress and keep playing the game. The replayability of this kind of game is important. It matters. There's tons of weapons. We're talking, I think, 26 guns, a few different melee options, a lot of heavy weapons. All these different things can get upgraded. Every single one. You upgrade them by playing them and using the gun over and over and over throughout the missions, and it unlocks as you play through the level. And then you get different variants with either scopes or extended magazines or silencers or more power via flash muzzle. Who knows? Increases the power. It changes the look of the guns. It feels really good in my opinion. Same thing with the classes. You have skill trees, perks, abilities to better your class. So if you were a medic, you can heal yourself and your teammates at the same time by only using 1 med pack, or the fixer class, which is kind of like a support class, allows you and your teammates to carry more ammo, which honestly I think is kind of like the sleeper OP class right now. Also, they have unique characters for each location, which I think just brings a lot of character into the characters, into the world, that World War Z universe that we're playing in. They all have their own unique backstory, which is actually included in the game in the character screen. Once you play each one of them once all the way through a mission, it unlocks it, and you can watch a little short story to get a backstory, some lore on their life, and see kind of where they came from. So I thought that was really nice. Honestly, one thing that was really good was just the game itself. That and the price point. The price point is really good. I mean, we're talking $35 on PC, $40 on Xbox and PS4. You can't get much better than that. This is a really good quality game. They have future plans for DLC, updates, things like that. We do know that they're already going to be dropping a 3rd episode to Tokyo. That's not out yet, but we know it's coming. So that's nice. Right now, every location we got Jerusalem, Moscow, New York, Tokyo. Every location has 3 missions, while Tokyo only has 2 at the time being. And while that seems like there isn't that much, each mission's going to take you roughly 20 to 30 minutes depending on the difficulty. I found myself even on normal. I played for 2.5 hours straight one time while live streaming, and I probably only played like 3 or 4 missions, maybe 3 missions, but I kept going back and playing them, and sometimes I didn't even finish them because I ended up dying. So the hordes are overwhelming at times, and it's such a fantastic feeling to know that, hey, this isn't just another I'm going to kill zombies and move forward and kill zombies. Like, the game is actually hard. It's tough, it's challenging, but it's rewarding with the loot and the upgrade with weapons and characters. Touching a little bit on the graphics and settings, the graphics they're decent. They're not phenomenal, but they're not terrible. Like I said, performance-wise, it runs really well. Settings are probably your bare minimum settings. I mean, we don't even have a FOV slider, which you think we would have, especially in this type of game. With third person, you think that would be there. That being said, with third person, you already can see a lot, but sometimes you still kind of get that tunnel vision feeling because zombies are coming at you at a 360-degree angle, coming from you at all different places on the map. So I wish we could kind of back the camera up just a little bit. Overall, I think fun-wise, I think I give this game a 9 out of 10. The game is fun. Replayability, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. How long do you think this game's going to be relevant? Oof, that one's going to be tough. I think this one hits the head on the nail when it comes to session-based gaming. I don't think this is going to be someone's daily driver per se. I think this is going to be more like, let's get the buddies online, let's jump on, let's play a few rounds of World War Z. That being said, they do have PvP modes, which could bring more replayability, but I don't think they have anything when it comes to leaderboards or any in-game titles or things like that to make you want to play PvP other than those who just like playing PvP, if that makes sense. Well, guys, that's all I got for my day one impression. I want to keep playing the game more, though, and give you a better review here as time goes on and see after a week's time or a month's time, is the game still worth it? Do you guys want to wait for a sale or should you buy it right now? It's up to you guys. The game's cheap and you're going to have a blast playing it. You're going to get your money's worth. I say it's a definite buy.